G'day, beautiful souls. It's well after midnight here in New Zealand. I couldn't sleep. Probably had a coffee too late. But hey, hello. Welcome to the new subscribers, and I'm just me. This channel was inspired because of my own healing journey. After the death of my husband in 2020, and wanting to just and a twin flame journey, which was in the energetics kept me going. However, it's definitely taken on a different twist than probably even what we collective know on YouTube as twin flames. All I can say is the masculine and feminine polarities. We all have like the yin and the yang, and I bought this years and years ago. So, you know, the yin and the yang symbol, right? I'll do it the right way around. Oops. So that's masculine, feminine. But often you'll see this, that will be black with white in it, and this will be white with the black in the middle there. So that represents, so if you're a masculine, that's your inner feminine. If you're feminine, that's your inner masculine. Often you, there's actually two candles here. I've got a white and say a darker one. The light represents the sun, which is more the masculine aspect, the doing. The darker is the feminine aspect, which is the unconscious mind, the emotional and spiritual aspect. And united, like I said, it's within both. So it's not about the patriarchy per se. It's about becoming balanced and in one with the self. I've been enjoying a lot of Carl Jung's, oh shivers, burning things now. A lot of Carl Jung's information on the anima and the animus. The anima is the feminine and the animus is the masculine. So light yourself a candle representing yourself. I'm just going to push those forward. So I'm honouring the masculine inside the feminine and the feminine inside the masculine. Whichever physical, it's just energy. The feminine archetype, the masculine archetype, it's in both. And we're here to bring and raise the awareness and the consciousness to bring into balance the feminine, because she's been alongside Jesus and Mary Magdalene. I'll take those because you saw how they came out, eh? What was I saying? Yep. Believe that they were twin flames. They were definitely divine counterparts. You've got to be careful of self-sabotage. You may have or be experiencing what I call karmic connections, where they're basically soul lessons, really. A lot of toxic masculine or toxic feminine traits. You know, we're interacting with people all the time, and hopefully you've got to the stage where you've healed so that you're not drawn to the toxic masculine or feminine. However, there's still a bit of hardwiring or rewiring having to occur because of betrayal and trauma patterns. And I'm aware of this for myself, and it can make you feel out of control. And I think sometimes it's like trying to remember that your practices for your own meditation and devotional work to your own soul, to not neglect it. We can often neglect it when life can get, there's a lot going on in our outdoor reality. But yeah, don't neglect that time. So yeah, there may be a bit of self-sabotage going on. A death of the old. Injustice. Other people are my allies. So that's the positive aspect, in the fact that the toxic masculine or the toxic feminine is, it just brings an awakening. And you got the death there. So death is really transformation. It's death and rebirth. Unease, I focus on my well-being. So yeah, so again, there's the school there, but it's a transformation of the soul and the psyche and the rewiring, because these traumatic experiences can leave a heavy impact on our souls, and it takes quite a bit of energy to integrate the new way of being, and also the new relationships that are trying to appear. And you know, we don't want to sabotage those, because they're helping aid you grow from the injustices. Okay, so I was drawn to this deck, which was Cries of the Soul. So here we go. I was created when you were not respected. So this is, when I'm speaking here, this is your it can be your defense mechanism within each person, your own inbuilt protective layer that can step in, and sometimes it can step in and not be necessarily be the right thing. You know, it's like the stories we tell ourselves that help to protect us at the time but are no longer relevant, type thing. So I'll just read it from I was created when you were not respected, listened to, or understood. And that's a big one. If you're not respected, listened to, or understood, it is actually a painful experience, and that can be unsettling. And all it means is that you've got to go within more, because you know, you can't force other people to see you at your soul depth, and really you have to respect and love yourself more than anything. I am a source of fire in your body and soul, and because of me you are always angry. Yeah, so it's the wounding, really. So I was created, so this is the part of you. I was created when you were not respected, listened to, or understood. So there's woundings there. I'm a source of fire in your body and soul, and because of me you are always angry. You think that anyone who comes close is a bad person to be vanquished. And yeah, you can. You can almost try and exterminate a good potential good relationship, or you just may be psychologically aware of it, and you're just trying to integrate as these patterns are coming up to be healed. So you isolate yourself. You try to fight your internal fire by taking actions to quash your enemies, but not everyone is against you. You are unable to listen to yourself. Find quietude and stop torturing yourself or others whom you've decided are dangerous. Hostility aimed at yourself and other people is your only comfort zone. So that can be that trait. Supplement. I turn away from your true personality and identity. You see other people as the enemy and don't try to get to know them as they truly are or form real bonds with them, which makes you feel in control. You don't allow yourself to feel positive emotions that could bring about change, which enables you to avoid disappointment. When you let yourself be led by me, I help you avoid questioning anything about yourself, and you become a vigilante who dispenses justice and rejects love. Warning: you're not condemned to remain angry forever. You can give me another role by pacifying the fire inside you so you can make room for more positive feelings. When you feel the first flames of your inner fire, you can become aware that some of your personal boundaries are being overstepped and ask yourself what is no longer congruent with your needs. That part for me is regarding past relationships, that you've had to learn those healthy boundaries, and you realize that it wasn't congruent with your needs any longer, and you've had to step away and choose yourself, and that's not selfish. You can question your relationships, the role you give others in your life, the place you take in your various life situations, and the ways in which you function and think. When you feel anger rising too quickly, you can question your way of being and find compromises. And moving forward, you can create a new relationship with me by balancing your emotional reactions when you're angry. Rather than taking immediate action, give yourself some time to feel your anger without trying to fight the outside world. Think about what practical action you can take to put a violated boundary back in place, and how you can create fresh foundations for relationships with other people. Commit to engaging in activities that appease you and make you feel good, because the calmer you are day to day, the more you will be able to balance your negative reactions. So yeah, just apply that where it resonated for you. And if you're feeling that you are more reacting rather than responding, it is just a sign to draw back and see where the hurt is, and see where the boundary needs to be put in place. 27, unease. I focus on my well-being. When I am present, you feel caught up in the threads of fate. I oppress you and darken everything around you. And because of me, everything loses meaning. I can be the beginning of a difficult and deep malaise, and the fruit of profound inner pain. For you are exhausted and have gone beyond your limits. Don't be led by me, but don't try to escape me either. I am with you when your energies are in distress and block any inspiring thought. I make you sink into a bottomless hole that becomes darker and more terrifying the further you go. When I'm with you, all you want to do is close your eyes and wait for the day to end so a new one may start. But that new day will be just as difficult as the current one, and you can only escape the present moment. You're unable to concentrate on anything except the fact that you have to endure, and the more you waver in your energy, the more you remain stuck in your comfort zone. I bring you protection because my presence can make other people take care of you and obtain the gentleness and kindness you can't offer yourself. Warning: take me seriously because every part of your being suffers from my presence. Your body, thoughts, energies, and emotions. You need to admit to yourself that you're not doing well without seeing it as fate. Everyone experiences complicated moments. No one feels great every day, and you're allowed to not feel good. When you feel my presence, ask yourself why you feel so lousy. Then be bold and ask a trusted person for help. Yeah. There's a lot of things that you can't do on your own, and you have to ask for help, and asking for help can be the hardest thing to do. particularly if I don't know, you haven't felt heard and you feel you've felt misunderstood, so it kind of has limited who you reach out to. There may only be one or two in your life who you would reach out to in this regard. You know, you may know of a lot of people in your life, but there's very few that that you feel comfortable enough to share the pain of what you're going through sometimes. And yet the weird thing is that if it's anything like me, it's like you I was just distracted by these cats on this card. I was like, that's kind of that anima and the animus as well. You've got the sun and the moon represented in that. I might have to read that. Anyway. I'm feeling tired, but it is midnight. My nervous system has been a bit dysregulated lately. Because I'm trying to complete things at home. But it takes concentrated effort, I guess. And what do they say? They say like shifting house or, you know, major events can take their toll on the nervous system. And like I said, and also connections that didn't have your highest and best good will take their toll. I'm looking tired, but I mean, like I said, it is midnight. I've had a little bit of sleep. It's dark outside. And I was like, oh, shall I, shan't I? And I was like, oh, I'll just go in the healing hut and just see. Might help somebody. Even if it's just me, right? Okay, I'll read self-sabotage, do I? So self-sabotage, I trust in renewal and the steps I take forward towards the future. Yeah. When I'm present, you feel that the skills and resources you need to move forward have deserted you and you want to return to your comfort zone. You begin to think you are headed for failure, then you freeze and everything becomes uncertain. Sound familiar? You are demotivated and irritated and feel as though it is too late to attempt what you would like to accomplish, so you might as well give up. None of this is true. You only believe it because of me. I suppress you, but you are also reassured by my presence. You have taken every step but the last. And you're afraid because that final step opens the door to renewal and brings to life everything you have imagined. Because you are terrified, you call upon me, and I rid you of all your convictions. You may try to release me and will find a valid reason not to take that final step. I know that you will never thank me, but at times you do feel grateful for me. Warning. You will never truly get rid of me because I manifest when you need to feel protected, but you can create a new relationship with me. Ask yourself why you feel afraid and need to feel secure. Look at how far you've come, focus on the present and take that final step. Change and renewal are close, and I can be a positive warning telling you to respect your resources and boundaries and move forward at your own pace. Yeah, at your own pace. Give me a new role to play. I can help you accomplish some truly beautiful things. Moving forward, to create a new relationship with me, you need to be well organized and prioritize. Yeah. Prioritize every day. List every action step you need to accomplish your goal. Then take one of those actions and make it your priority. When you've accomplished it successfully, you can choose a second action and carry it out. Focusing on one priority at a time will ground you in the present moment and help keep fear of change at bay, because you will be concentrating on what you are doing more than on the outcome. So just one day at a time. Rome wasn't built in a day. You can also try mindfulness meditation, which will help you open new chapters in your life while still feeling secure. Right, now we're going to read limiting beliefs just because I felt drawn to it. I accept and balance all my thoughts. I think of yourself as a car. Your creative thoughts and positive emotions are the accelerator, and your free will is the clutch. While we are the brakes that love to bring everything to a halt, we are the thoughts that freeze your energy, keeping you stuck in a comfort zone. We are present in your mind through your education, social dictates, and lack of adaptation to change and novelty. Our phrases are, I must, I have to, and it's complicated. Where have I heard that before? I swear we make it complicated for ourselves. We are often responsible for your self-sabotage, so they were definitely interconnected. That's why I felt drawn to it. And lack of self-esteem, and give birth to pessimism and personal devaluation. Supplement. You can use us as an excuse and for reassurance. When you are afraid of experiencing something unprecedented, you can repeat what we say over and over in your mind, so you get to stay safe in your comfort zone. You listen to us as though we are a prediction. So you never move forward because the car is always at a standstill. When you're afraid to hope, believe in yourself and trust in your dreams. Warning, you experience thousands of thoughts every day, stemming from your personal considerations and external channels and coming from our presence. Your conscious or unconscious thoughts cannot be controlled, but you don't necessarily have to be led by us. You can create a new relationship with us by listening to and accepting us without stopping whatever it is you're doing or self-sabotaging. You don't feel safe right now and lack self-confidence, and we will help you understand why. You need to decide whether or not you can depend on us and recenter. Moving forward, in order to drive dependably, you need all your pedals, which will enable you to move from A to B while respecting your integrity and that of other people. When you slam on the brakes, ask yourself whether you really need to stop, or have you only imagined a source of danger. Take action steps to move forward safely without closing yourself off to unknown and unprecedented things. Then step on the accelerator by listening to your positive thoughts. Feel your confident emotions grow in strength, which will help you create new inner balance and respect your boundaries and those of other people. There you go. I can't really add to that, to be fair. I think we all go through challenges within our psyche and, you know, our own personal lives, and no one can judge you because let's face it, no one is in your life 24/7. I'm feeling, I should have had that coffee because I'm feeling the cortisol pumping through my system, and that's why I can't sleep. Caffeine is a big one for me. And I've not, it's almost as for caffeine for me, if I was to unpack it, it's like you say when you're it's usually a sign that I've overextended myself, and I reach for it like a comfort drink, and yet it's not really, you know what I mean? Because it doesn't help my system. If I had one in the morning, that's probably my balance, you know, would be okay. Well, not even in the morning. I don't think it's good to start on, particularly if you do have high cortisol. I'm waffling now, but anyway, it might help somebody. And because I'm tired, it's helping me get ready for bed, hopefully. I've got water now. What else, Spirit? The abundance cards, that's what I'm going to grab. Actually, I'm starting to feel tired now, which is good. Divine abundance, that's what we need. Because it's always there encouraging you, you know, and you just never beat yourself up, because you're always growing, you're always evolving, and you're doing your best every day, you know, and that's enough. That's all you can ever do, your best every day. Like I said, if you're shifting house or going through a divorce or breakup or, you know, karmic justice even, but not seeking it, but yeah. Anyway, what can you offer us here with divine abundance? Because we need it right now. We need it right now, divine. What's ahead? What's ahead for us? One more time. If it doesn't come out, I'm just going to go to the Herbal Astrology book. Come on, there must be something. There must be some divine abundance. Seriously? Oh, thank you. Finally. Ease. Yeah, on the bottom of the deck, loss, you know, it takes time to process loss, the grief of betrayal or loss of loved ones, or just the loss of a life that you had, and it's being reshaped and remodeled. Your psyche is being rewired, remodeled, and it can be exhausting. Sometimes you learn true offering through loss. You make a passionate invitation for love to take over and bring her own plan instead of the ego's. Soul calling, that one. Ease, that's where we're heading. Ease, we're heading for ease. And I see the elephants here, and I love elephants. And they've got the flow, they've got the cups, they're pouring it out from divine. They've got the lotus flower here. She's sitting in a lotus flower by the looks. The third eye is open. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. It is easy for me to receive. There's a lot of Indian, you know, I'm thinking of Shakti and Shiva, actually. Symbology here. Awakening. Oh, my Lord, wake me from life as a spiritual sheep. May I hear you through my own instincts and common sense. Yeah, you don't want to be a spiritual sheep, actually. You're just following religious dogma, is what I think. You're finding your own, you're awakening to the inner beauty within, and the chakras, the awakening of the Kundalini awakening, the knowing that you are the pillar, you are the temple of the divine. Religion separates, whereas awakening spirituality and that divine, knowing that everyone is a divine being, but it's a choice to choose the light, of which Jesus came from, the seventh heaven. And there's a female on the ground here, and I presume, is that a male or a female? I suppose it's a female. It's two females. Yeah, she's resting. But you know, you got that whole, you know, the cows are sacred, aren't they, in India? Holy cow. Said with respect. Yeah. There you go. And then it leads to right action. I can't even say that word. Aparigraha literally means let everything that wants to go, go. Yeah. Karmic relations, karmic connections, people that are toxic, that are not accountable, that do not choose the light, that are in their own delusional world and they project the pain onto other people. Let them go. Just let them go. They're not, it's, you know, that's their journey. You don't need to choose that. You walked away from that. But you know, that's why you've been in pain as well, because it's painful having people project onto you. But also acknowledging your part in it, that you weren't aware of maybe some red flags, or you know, you maybe gave them a bit too much of the benefit of the doubt, right? Because you believed in their potential, should we say, because everyone's got potential. But you know, there's a point where, you know, they show you who they are, and you know, if they've shown you a few times, that's, I don't know how many times they need to show you before you actually go, yeah, nah, this isn't working. But everything that wants to go, go, and everything that wants to come, come. So, and not having that resistance because of past negativity, like I say, you're rewiring, like those good connections that are coming in, let them come in. Don't embrace it. I don't know, because we all need love, don't we? No, you can't, you know, you can't allow those boundaries then to be, you then to project those boundaries of what you've created against the toxicity of others, when there's actually some good people that do actually take accountability and are loving, and maybe they've got other patterns, but you know, you can open up, like the lotus, open up to those. We just saw 33. It'll be 33 and 33 in a minute, won't it? Yeah, 333. I mean, that's stability there. So offering. This is the herbal astrology deck. What can we share with the collective? What wisdom is in this herbal astrology deck that I can share? Divine, please. It's all about smoking. This has got cannabis here. Grab a joint. Mother wart. Oh. Yeah. You know, the heart of Mother Earth. I see this. Oh, I just had someone touch my back, or between my shoulder blades. Oh. The womb, the lion, the lioness, the protector, the goddess. The strength. It takes great strength to be the lioness. Oh, I've gone real itchy between the shoulder blades. I'm going to have to look that up. cannabis, detachment. Yeah, so you have to detach from the pain almost, really. Like, feel it to heal it, but don't get too caught up in the, yeah. Cordyceps revival. This reminds me of the stake energy below. That's like the Kundalini, and going into the seventh heaven, we've got that. Well, it looks like an eagle to me. There you go. Yeah, tobacco offering. We've got Kava community. So be open to your community, the ones that will love you and have your back. Be open to them. Gotu Kola, higher consciousness. It's all about opening that third eye, I believe. The dandelion, the wounded healer. Because the thing is, with being the healer, you can start to observe things with your psychic gifts, particularly with the twin flame journey. They're probably more come online. But with that, it can be painful to view the reality of the situation of people, but also your own consciousness and your own patterns. But the thing is, if you just focus on yourself and what you've got to achieve to keep growing. I see the Metatron cube here as well. Sacred geometry. You've got dandelion. I think you can even eat the dandelion flowers. It's a bit bitter, but it's good for you. I might even do that tomorrow. We should have plenty in New Zealand here. It's sort of spring here. Makuna journey. Reminded me of it. Makuna. So I was thinking of Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata. Ain't no passing craze. It means no worries for the rest of your days. Is a problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. So you got the eye and the spiritual eye. It's like she's sort of giving with the cauldron, doesn't it? I mean, it's giving. It's like cooking your intentions with the spiritual eye, with divine. All right, which one am I going to read? Oh, Motherwort is 13. Now, 13 is the death card in tarot as well. So that's death and rebirth. Motherwort, strength. Upright, strength, essence of creation, connecting to the creatrix within, fertility, birth, creativity, and the trust. The botanical name, Leonurus cardiaca, comes from the ancient Greek leon for lion and ora for tail, referring to the plant's leaves, which resembles a lion's tail. Okay, so that's why the lion's there. You've got the strength. You've got lion's mane, so you might want to take lion's mane as well. Cardiac pertains to the herb's actions on the heart. Might need that too. As a whole, the name translates to lion-hearted. A term that speaks to Motherwort's action on the physical cardiovascular system and the emotional spiritual heart. Motherwort has a strong history of use in both Europe and Asia and is associated with aiding mothers and women. Yeah, I'm feeling this. I'm feeling I'm needing that support from divine regarding all mothers. You know, mothers are very protective of their cubs. I know I've been like a lioness lately. And, you know, setting up boundaries with people that have overstepped the mark. Misrepresent you. It's quite toxic. Motherwort has a strong history of use in both Europe and Asia and is associated with aiding mothers and women. To be a healer, you don't have to always look your brilliant, bouncy self. I just felt cool to say that. You know, we all go through our depths of change and transformation, and we're still in this muggle meat suit, and life keeps lifing, and you got to keep putting your best foot forward. And we will still have challenges. It doesn't mean, even with the quantum, when you're tapped into the quantum energy field, it doesn't mean that everything's going to become love and light and rainbows and unicorns and fluffy ducks. As much as we'd like it to. But there is a lot of element of magic as you embrace your true self and you embrace the change, and you connect with the anima and the animus within yourself. And if you can find someone that you can share that journey with, I'd embrace them. And they should know who they are. Motherwort has a strong history of use in both Europe and Asia and is associated with aiding mothers and women. Many cultures have used motherwort to honour their goddesses of fertility because of the herb's association with Venus and the moon. So this is the divine feminine aspect, the moon, Venus. I believe if you're Libra and Taurus, they're very connected to Venus too. It was considered a protective plant, especially useful in spells to guard pregnant women and their unborn children from envy or evil air. Such a thing as envy. Envy is a... you need to protect your energy from envious eyes. Put that shield aura around you. Limit who you talk to regarding, and also sharing your life with, because some people I don't know. It's a fine line, isn't it, between trust and distrust regarding, you know, you've got to look at it with what's your gut instinct telling you about someone. You've got to trust your gut. Was often planted around the home or hung from doorways, as it was said to keep away unwanted guests, both physical and supernatural. Motherwort was either smoked, you're talking about smoking, there's plenty about smoking here. Motherwort was smoked or burned to use for smoke cleansing, as it would drive bad spirits out of the house. Many species of motherwort were used for heart protection and for counter magic to reverse a curse. Oh, that's interesting. Motherwort. Yeah, protect yourself from these negative spirits, energies, attachments. I don't consent. Archangel Michael, please remove them into the divine light, please. For the collective, release that from the heart, mind, soul and spirit. We command it so now, and so it is. Japanese folklore tells of a town where the main water source was a stream fed by rainwater trickling through hills of motherwort. The inhabitants of the village drank daily from this stream and were bestowed with an extraordinary long life, up to 130 years old. Ancient Greeks used motherwort to treat anxiety, depression, heart palpitations and nervousness in pregnant women. So it's safe for pregnant women. In traditional Chinese medicine, motherwort is used to invigorate the blood. Guidance. Like the radiance of the lion's heart, motherwort's energy builds inner trust and confidence. The lion-hearted motherwort is representative of the beauty we possess when we own the power of our gifts and creativity. Yeah, own it. It's like this channel. Own it. I do. I don't own you. Absolutely not. You're free to come and go as you please. But yeah, I recognise, I see you, particularly if you comment and you like. But you know, my path is beyond. I've disconnected from however subscribes or unsubscribes, you know, or doesn't. You know what I mean? Like, it's not. I just follow the ebbs and flows of my own life and share it. That's really what it's about. Mother Wart is representative of the beauty we possess when we own the power of our gifts and creativity. The goddess sits centered as the lion leads on her in a state of peaceful delight, symbolizing wavering faith we must keep as we transcend old fears. Venus, her planetary ruler, is like a midwife to our happiness, channeling how we accept and transmit our heart's desires. Find new ways to facilitate creativity that honour and reveal your passions and strength. Devote yourself to the fertility of your gifts and courageously accept your divine destiny. Should I read anything else divine? So yeah, there's cannabis here, cordyceps, dandelion, tobacco, kava kava, gotu-kola, higher consciousness, and mucuna. I know, because that's the last card, I might read that one. 16. Because I kept going on about Hakuna Matata. Upright state of transition, leaving behind what is familiar, moving toward the unknown, connection to a higher mind, trusting higher consciousness. The large velvet beans of the mucuna, also called Nescafe. I was talking about coffee. Oh, that's funny. Have been roasted and ground to make a coffee substitute for hundreds of years. Oh, hair floating in my mouth. But the plant was used in traditional healing remedies for thousands of years before that. In Ayurvedic medicine, it's known as kachu. Don't know how you say that, but anyway. And used to treat parasites, stress, anxiety, rheumatic disorders, menstrual issues, diabetes, and even cancer. Oh, mucuna, eh? Mucuna Matata. In India, see, there's a lot about India, so maybe some Indians are watching me. I see that there are, it does come up, it says that India, there are a certain percentage from India. So hello, my fellow friends. In India, it is considered an aphrodisiac, menstrual promoter, uterine stimulant, nerve tonic, and blood purifier. There's a lot about blood purifying, isn't there? In traditional Chinese medicine and Taoist herbal tradition, mucuna was categorized as a vital essence, or jing, enhancing herb. Plants that fall into this category are immensely rejuvenating. Mucuna has a deeply restorative effect on the brain, nervous system, and hormonal systems. Oh, I think I need some. It is believed that jing leaks as we age or suffer a lot of stress. I'm definitely feeling a bit stressed. But plants like mucuna replenish it. Modern studies have identified mucuna pruriens as an alternative treatment for Parkinson's disease. Its naturally occurring high concentration of L-DOPA causes the brain to release dopamine, stimulating the pituitary gland to remove human growth hormone and raise testosterone levels. Mucuna is ruled both by Mercury and Uranus, as many of its chemical assets stimulate key neurotransmitters in the brain. I was thinking about things like this because of my complex PTSD, also known as the molecules of higher consciousness. It directly ignites the pineal gland, also known as the third eye or the seat of the soul. Mucuna energizes and activates subtle pathways in the body-mind, becoming one of nature's greatest consciousness-enhancing plants. Guidance. You may be in a state of transition, about to leave familiar territory and initiate a new journey. Something in your gut is telling you it's time for a shift, to enter a new physical space and or field of awareness. The powers of both Mercury and Uranus oftentimes appear as spontaneous opportunities out of the blue. This is the power of the higher mind magnetizing opportunities that match your spirit's frequency. Don't resist the journey in the name of comfort. The overwhelming rush of emotions that rise before big opportunities is signaling opportunities for growth. While the waters might seem turbulent at times, the sea of opportunities ahead will be tranquil. Let go of whatever is holding you back, be it from the past or present, and hold your gaze steadily into your future self. There you go. Yes, there's a lot about the higher mind here. I'm definitely feeling a bit of heaviness in the, probably in the liver a little bit too. I had some chocolate tonight, but it was actually that I think it's Pico chocolate. It's called Pico Pico or Pico chocolate. It seemed the most I think it was probably even dairy free. I don't know. Anyway, waffling again. You can tell I'm tired. I'm about to sleep. I don't know who'll get to the end of this. Anyway, energy, renewal, soaring to new heights, opportunity, activation, resurrection. Originally described 20,000 years ago in traditional Chinese medicine and Tibetan medicine as an exotic caterpillar fungus or winter worm, cordyceps is a parasitic fungus that grows out of the head of mummified caterpillars, insects, and many kinds of larvae. It has been gathered at high altitudes, primarily in Nepal and Tibet. So far, there are over 1,000 recognized species of cordyceps, as many as there are different hosts on which it grows. First peoples to discover the many benefits of cordyceps initially observed animals eating the wild fungus and growing strong in the process. Farmers and herders either dried the fungus to make a tonic tea or cooked it with meat in traditional Tibetan dishes. In traditional Chinese medicine, it has been used as a heal-all for centuries to treat fatigue. Oh, God, they're really helping me tonight. Weakness, sickness, low sex drive, kidney conditions, and heart disease. Now modern Chinese medical hospitals use cultivated forms of Ophiocordyceps sinensis alongside pharmaceuticals as a treatment for cancer and tumours. Okay, there you go. Monks have long revered cordyceps as a longevity mushroom and utilised it to boost endurance and enhance lung capacity. Thousands of years later, studies now confirm that it indeed slows the effects of aging and stress, helping to keep the body free from disease. Ruled by the wise, stimulating and expansive powers of Jupiter, cordyceps provides a jovial energy, a sense of renewal, resilience, and accomplishment. Jupiter's herbs are amplifiers, joyful and mood-enhancing herbs that inspire positive feelings. Guidance. It's time to soar to new heights. Energy is available to manifest your highest dreams, your greatest dreams. I said highest dreams. Passion is in alignment with knowledge. Energy is in alignment with matter. Like the great eagle, you are blessed with the connection to the divine. Yes, we are. That's one thing I'm very, very grateful for. You have an innate ability to live in the realm of spirit. Yes, you do. You're on my channel, you do. Yet remain connected and balanced within the realms of earth. Well, that's probably been my challenge, but we try our best. From the height of the clouds where the great spirit dwells, the great eagle mirrors your ability to observe with expansive awareness and achieve great sight beyond the mundane. Eagle and cordyceps represent the courage to channel the higher mind. Yeah, that's what this channel is. It's about channeling the higher mind, not the muggle mind, not the ego mind, not the toxic mind. You know what I mean? The higher mind. Higher mind, ether, the realm of illumination and higher consciousness. If you've been walking in the shadows, you are being asked to reconnect with the element of ether, the divine, and your higher mind. What did I say at the start? Don't forget to meditate. Don't forget your practices to connect with spirit, however you do that. Even if life is busy, make time. I'm telling myself, Caroline. Heal your broken wings with love and seek a higher ground to observe the greatness of what you're made of. Oh, well, I think that's good enough, folks. There's swan energy here too, and we've got this lady. She's got no top on, but she's the flow. There's women here. There's a lot of women actually going through. Oh, there's a baby on her back here. Lavender, Beaver. Yeah, that was about the woman folk. Echinacea, Destiny, Horsetail, Ginkgo, Breakthrough, Ashwagandha, Purpose, Cacao, Initiation, Mandrake, Sensuality, Psilocybin, Commune, Blue Lotus, Intuition, Passion Flower, Surrender, Mugwort, Psychic Healing. I could go on. Conduit, there's lots. Anyway, I think that'll do. It's about an hour. I got through an hour, even. I always enjoy it, but I'm feeling a bit under the weather actually. So, sending love to you. Sorry I'm not bouncy, boing, 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 boing. But Hakuna Matata. Have a wonderful day. Ciao for now. Peace out.